What's good? It's your boy Fanon. All right, man. And one of the more tired subjects that I am addicted to covering, Lennox Lewis once again blasts Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn over the fact that they did not make that fight with Deontay Wilder last year. Uh, Lennox Lewis, as you know, was the last man to be the undisputed heavyweight champion. It was 15 years ago that was the case, and he wants Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder to wrap that up, man, and become his successor. That's something that could not happen or did not happen with Vladimir Klitschko. And again, Lewis criticized Joshua and Hearn for failing to make those fights. Now, before I get into the details on what he said, which I know you UK AJ fans are gonna love. I know you're gonna call him a traitor. You're just gonna say he's hating on him. He's jealous of him. You know, the whole world's jealous of AJ. Let me thank you, subscribers, for attending and watching the video. If you are not subscribed, I would invite you to subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you can be notified when we do more videos, and also when we do the live streams in the morning, Monday through Friday, right around 10:15 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, so let's get into the heat of what he said. At Joshua's trajectory, I expected him to face Wilder in 2018. To my disappointment, those negotiations fell through. I've placed a lot of the onus on Hearn and Joshua for that fight not happening. During that time, when I heard Joshua say he was in no rush to face Wilder and might do so in 2019 or 20 or beyond, of course I was shocked at those comments. I understand that boxing is a business, but as a fan, I want to see the best fight the best when they're at their best. I'm not privy to all the details and all the back and forth between the Joshua and Wilder camps. But based on what I've heard, my opinion was that Joshua and Hearn needed to step up their game if this fight was going to happen. I thought it was ludicrous that Hearn started off by offering Wilder a paycheck for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world instead of a percentage, especially when you consider that they did a 65-35 split with Joseph Parker for a unification bout. It's disrespectful to the fraternity of boxing and the gains we've made getting fighters a larger percentage of what they put their lives on the line and work so hard for. With Wilder versus Fury 2 happening, Eddie is now scrambling for a viable opponent for Joshua. If Joshua handles his business in April, the winner of Wilder Fury 2 should take on Joshua for the undisputed title. If that doesn't happen, then we know it's just about milking the British fans for as much money as possible instead of bringing the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world back home to them for the second time in their lifetime. Just that simple. As for Wilder Fury, I'm looking forward to the rematch to see a great fight between two warriors. As a fan, I'm looking forward to seeing how the division gets sorted out. And when we have the emergence of one undisputed champion, I'm hoping at the end of 2019, we will have our answers on just who that will be. Wow, I don't think I could sum that up any better. The part that I find the most interesting is this. I thought it was ludicrous that Hearn started off by offering Wilder a paycheck for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world instead of a percentage, especially when you consider that they did a 65-35 split with Joseph Parker for a unification bout. It is disrespectful to the fraternity of boxing, and the gains we have made getting fighters a larger percentage of what they put their lives on the line and work so hard for. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's what I've been saying. Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn. Now, I'm going to give people, I was saying Eddie Hearn, okay, because I didn't want to believe it about Anthony Joshua personally. But with some very good articles and very good conversations that I've listened to about Anthony Joshua, Eddie Hearn, and who works for who, I am just going to give up the argument and say that Anthony Joshua is the boss of Eddie Hearn. If Anthony Joshua is the boss of Eddie Hearn, then this is Anthony Joshua doing this. Anthony Joshua is the one that is that is being, in the words of Lennox Lewis, disrespectful to the fraternity of boxing. To act as if he is the only person that is responsible for the money being generated in these fights I think, a combination of being really, really arrogant, believing your own press clippings, and being disrespectful to other boxers who put their lives on the line for the entertainment of other people. The fact that Deontay Wilder was the WBC champion, the longest reigning champion in the heavyweight division, to offer him a flat fee, which is no upside, no access to the U.S. TV, no payment for U.S. television rights, no payment for UK television rights, no payment for merchandise being sold with his face on it. None of that stuff, giving him no incentive really to promote the fight. And actually, if he did promote the fight on a flat fee and he didn't do anything other than just train and show up to the fight, it's costing him money because there's no potential upside to it. It's disrespectful. But here's the thing. This is coming from Lennox Lewis. Lennox Lewis, number one, I know what people are going to say, the AJ AJ protectors. I've said that phrase so much, it's just, I'm tired of saying that phrase. One thing that the AJ protectors are going to say is that Lennox Lewis is just a hater. What did Eddie Hearn call him? Something like a rickety old man, something like that. That's Eddie Hearn, man. Eddie Hearn is called the last unified heavyweight champion of the world, the greatest heavyweight champion that the UK has ever produced, and I mean ever produced by a good bit. A rickety old man, a geezer, something like that. The same way that he insults Shelly Finkel by calling him Shelly Winkle, and at the same time expects people to sit down and talk to him. I'm telling you, man, Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua have they have absolutely and completely mismanaged and lost in many people's minds the goodwill that he earned when he beat Vladimir Klitschko back in May of 2017. His career has absolutely stagnated since that point in time. Stagnated. And by that, I mean it has gone no higher than it was right after that fight. He went from Vladimir Klitschko to Carlos Takam to Joseph Parker to Alexander Povetkin. Refuses to leave the UK to fight, right, in the international center of boxing, which is the United States. The United States, let me repeat that, is the international center of boxing. It is the mecca of boxing. It is where everybody from all around the world goes to have world championship fights. The United States boxing scene is not just about American fighters. Many of the biggest fighters occur between people who aren't even from the United States. But the money is so big that it is well worth their time and effort to come and do that. But Anthony Joshua, not only did he not originally offer a percentage split, he also won't allow the fight to happen, wouldn't take the money that was offered to him to have the fight be in the United States where everybody could make the most money. But, we know what's going to be said. Lennox Lewis is just a jealous old man. Everybody's jealous of Anthony Joshua. Everybody that says something or criticizes Anthony Joshua is just a bad person, or they don't know what they're talking about, or they don't have their facts straight, or they didn't do their research, whatever you little kids, little whining brats got to say about it. But obviously, since Max Kellerman said, and I'm not quoting Max Kellerman because I think Max Kellerman is some great guy, because I don't. But he said the perception is that Anthony Josh was ducking. You have Lennox Lewis again saying, if this doesn't happen, watch, after the winner of Wild Fury 2 and whoever Anthony Joshua fights next, if he doesn't immediately fight the winner of Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, if that doesn't happen, then we know it's just about milking the British fans for as much money as possible instead of bringing the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world back home for them for a second time in their lifetime. Just that simple. If it doesn't happen, then we know it's just about milking the British fans for as much money as possible. And let me tell you, Lennox, it is. It is about milking the British fans for as much money as they possibly can. They ain't milking they're not milking the U.S. fans for anything, because we don't have to pay to watch any of those fights. But it is about milking the British fans. And because he's not going to fight the winner of Wilder Fury 2. Wilder and Fury are going to have Wilder and Fury 3. And hopefully other heavyweight champions or heavyweight contenders and all that get together and fight each other. And, it's not going to be how it is, because they got to get their part of the milking of the UK fans. Anyway, it is what it is. And with that, I'm out. Peace.